I need to move my laundry. Hi. Is that good? Are we good? Okay. This is not the best setup. It's thundering. Are you joking? Ugh. Hi. So, hi. I don't even know where to start with this. Hey, what's good? I'm using the front camera on my phone and it's like propped up on a blanket. So I don't know how great this video is gonna be, but hi. I've claimed to do a lot with this channel and say I'm gonna do a lot, but I'm just gonna be honest. I've made some videos and I just haven't done anything with them and I haven't edited them and I'm just really slacking. I mean, I only made videos for fun, but I think I kind of want to start doing it again. You know, I kind of miss it, even though I never really stuck with it too much to begin with. But I want to give a huge thank you to everybody who commented on my last health video. It got a bunch of views and I didn't make that video for the views, but the amount of people that like commented and just like said supportive things, and it was so like nice, and it was just, oh, it was really meant a lot to me to see all the people that related to me or were supporting me or whatever it might be, the people that commented. So thank you for that. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of an update as far as my health goes and as far as what I've decided to do with my YouTube channel, because I haven't really been using it for anything. Like I said, I've kind of made videos, but I haven't really edited them. Haven't really dedicated any time to making any videos. So I'm going to start off talking about my health stuff because a lot of you might be from the last video, and maybe you're not, maybe you've never seen me before. Hi, I'm Anna. Welcome to my room. Also, if you haven't seen my other video, go watch that before you watch this video because it will make more sense for some of the stuff I'm going to mention. The last thing that I said in my health video was that I could possibly have Marfans or POTS. Oh my gosh. It's like storming and raining outside, so if you can hear that, sorry, I can't change the weather, but yeah, I could, yeah. Oh, the last thing I said was that I was being tested, and that was like when my hair was like this short, if that tells you anything. I think it was last November, maybe like almost a year ago. So a lot has happened since then, and I'm just going to kind of run you through it. Not super detailed, but as detailed as it needs to be. So we did a genetic test to find out if I had Marfans syndrome or not. If you don't know what that is, it's a connective tissue disorder. And in my last video, I called it a disease. I did not mean to do that. It's a connective tissue disorder. And we got a genetic test done for that, and I came up with 6 out of 7. So to be clinically diagnosed with Marfans, you have to have 7 traits, and I had 6. So I barely just didn't make it for the, oh, that was not the genetic test. For the clinical test, the clinical diagnosis, I had 6 out of 7 of the traits, and to have Marfans clinically diagnosed, you have to have 7, and I had 6. So I was pretty close. I got a genetic test done, which came out negative for Marfans. Nothing came up for the test they did for me. My brother actually ended up having a genetic mutation. We are pretty sure that I have POTS. My cardiologist pretty much said, like, yeah, this is what happens when you have POTS. So we're pretty sure I have that. It stands for this. I'll put it right here. Post-orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. I kind of mentioned this stuff in my other video, but I did not have Marfans. The heart issues kind of went away. Like, I didn't have really any chest pain anymore, but I was having a lot of moments where I'd have really bad fatigue, where I would like be in bed for days. That stuff kind of continued. So it kind of dialed down for a little bit though, so we weren't too concerned about it. All of my symptoms kind of dialed down until, okay, let me get this date right. June 12th, I think. I'm not really positive on that. That's kind of an iffy date. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be exact. I got a really bad, out of the blue, like, headache, and this was right at the beginning of summer. I got a really bad headache, and it hurt. At first it was mild, and then I started feeling like I had a fever. So I literally was fine one night. I woke up the next morning, and I felt dead. I felt so tired. I felt so drained. I felt hot, like I had a fever. My head and my neck were hurting so bad. I've always kind of had like a stiff neck, but this was like killing me. So my mom was at work. I called her and I was like, I told her what was going on. And so when she got home from work, it was so bad. I kind of remember, but also I was sort of out of it. I was laying in my bed. I was so cold and hot at the same time, which was the result of a fever. And I called my mom crying, and I was like, can you please come home? And when she came home, like, I was crying in my bed. It was the worst pain, one of the worst pains I've ever felt, I think, if not the worst. And so she's like, we need to go to the ER, just make sure everything's okay, because my fever was like 103, I think. And so we went to the ER. I was there all night. I remember just crying, and I was kind of out of it. But they thought I think they thought I had a migraine. I'm not sure. It was a migraine, but I'm not sure what they actually diagnosed me with that night at the ER. But they gave me some medication, which I immediately threw up. And so they sent me home and just said, relax, try to keep it down. If you can't keep it down, come back tomorrow. So I couldn't keep anything down. The next day I came home, and I was kind of up all night with this like awful headache and this like neck ache back here. So bad. I vividly remember how bad the pain was, and it was awful. So they had me try to take medication. They also gave me some Zofran, and I can't remember all the medications they gave me, but they were like migraine medications, and Zofran, which is like a nausea medication to keep me from feeling nauseous. And it didn't work. I just threw it right up. So I couldn't keep anything down, no food. Any food just like sounded disgusting. I did not want to eat anything. I forever hate cherry jello because that's what I tried to eat. It was disgusting. So my mom took me back to the ER. I think I went back like 3 times before they finally were just like, okay, we're admitting her, but after the first day, my fever had broke, and so that's when we went home. We went to the ER. They did more tests. I don't really know what they did. But my fever broke while I was there. So I started feeling better, but my neck was still hurting, but it was not as bad because the fever broke, so it was kind of relieving that stress on my body. And kind of, So they sent me home, and I cannot remember when I went back, either the 3rd, it was that same night. So I went back for the afternoon, and then I just couldn't keep anything down still. The fever never came back, back up to 103. It was slowly dropping, but everything else started back up again, the pain, and it was really bad. So I went back to the ER. They admitted me, and they did a spinal tap. What else did they do? Okay, let me tell you something. When I first got there, it was a Friday, and they did an MRI and a spinal tap. And for the spinal tap, they give you a lot of morphine, which is a drug that pretty much just like makes you feel completely out of it. This woman, all I remember from the spinal tap is a sharp pain in the bottom of my back, and watching this woman like fill up the little syringe like 6 times with morphine. And I swear to you, they drugged me up so bad that I was sitting there just crying. I don't even think it was because it hurt that bad. I mean, it probably was. I just remember it hurting really bad, but I think the drugs kind of enhanced that because I was just so emotional. And I also cried throughout the whole MRI because I had they drugged me up so bad. I was so high on the hospital drugs. The whole rest of that day, I hardly remember it. I have some videos and pictures, and I literally look so out of it. I remember getting an MRI, and I just cried in there the whole time for no other reason other than I was just drugged up. So they didn't find out anything from that. They thought I had a CSF leak in my neck, which I still don't really understand how that works, but I don't think that's what it was. It was just bad migraine. So I was in the hospital for I think 4 days total, and by the last day I had to pass these tests where I had to hop on one foot and make sure the headache didn't come back. It was all these weird tests, and so they let me leave. And I was very sensitive to heat. I was sensitive to just everything around me, the temperature change, the heat, driving in the car, like getting car sick. I was sensitive to all of that. And so I insisted on going to a pool party. It was a Monday night, and I was going to this church like swim and study, which is where we do like a Bible study and a swim thing. So it's like a swim party, and I insisted on going to that. So I was sitting there outside doing the Bible study, and I just started getting really hot. So I went inside. I threw up. I felt fine after that. I got in the pool, cooled off, felt better. And so slowly that week I started to get better. Not back to normal, but better. And so pretty much this whole summer I've just been dealing with not being able to go out in the heat as much as I should have been able to, like normally what I could handle. I had to be super careful with what I did. I couldn't tumble. I couldn't, do any of like a lot of the tricks I used to be able to do because it would hurt my neck. I had to take it easy when it came to any sports. Cheerleading started this summer, so I had to be careful with that. Right now, after that happened, a lot of these symptoms of stuff that keeps happening, one of the doctors, long story short, sent me to a rheumatologist because they think I have a lupus. And we have not gone to the rheumatologist. I've gone to my neurologist for the headaches, for checkups and stuff. He just gives me a medication. And so we found this place, I won't say the name of it, but it's a clinic that basically you pay for this whole program, and they do enough tests, and they figure out what's going on with your body, and they're going to figure out if I do have lupus, which is what we're thinking right now is probably what I have, which is not the best thing to have to deal with. But if it is that, I've kind of settled with the fact that everything happens for a reason, which sounds so cheesy, but it's kind of all you can do when you're like, there's nothing you can do about it. So we're still waiting to figure out that. I had my first doctor's appointment at this clinic Friday. Today is Sunday. So 2 days ago. And they seem to know what they're doing. She already helped me a lot. I'm on a gluten-free diet now, and I might be doing sort of a paleo diet. It's not completely paleo, but it's like no gluten and no grain. And maybe, yeah, I can't remember exactly. So right now we're just trying to do that. I went gluten-free 2 weeks ago, and that's helped me a lot. So that's kind of the update with my health. There's not much I can say about it other than that. That's what's going on, and so that's what we're dealing with. So another thing that's kind of fun is I started cheerleading. I started that this summer. I decided I wanted to do it, not competitively, but there's like we have like a homeschool association where we have a bunch of like teams for different stuff, and I decided to do cheerleading there. So I went to the cheer camp this summer, and that was a lot of fun. And I got to know the girls, and so now I have some really close friends on the squad, which I knew from before. And so that's something really fun. We had our first football game Friday night, and so that's something that I'm enjoying doing. And now as far as this channel goes, this is what I've kind of wanted to tie this all together with, why I'm kind of telling you all this. I have had this channel for a while, and if you look on here, there's videos from the past, like, I don't know, year, 2 years. And very inconsistent, very kind of all over the place. And the videos that I was posting were more because I wanted to, I don't know how to explain it, but they were more for other people than they were for myself. And I do want my videos to be for other people, for anyone watching this. But I want it to be different than just good content. And here's what I mean by that. So this idea kind of came to me because of all of the comments I got on my first health video. Some of the comments were kind of like, I'm so excited to watch you on this journey, or something like that. What? I can't talk. A lot of the comments were relating to me. Hey, I had this going on, stay strong. Being inspired by what people said on that video, even if it was 17 comments. The number of comments didn't matter to me. It's what the people said in the comments that really mattered to me, and it meant something to me. And so I decided that I wanted to make this channel I had always kind of struggled with what to do on my YouTube channel. I always kind of wanted to do something, I just never knew what, which is why my videos are all over the place. There's like some weird vlogs, some weird, I don't know what's on there, but I want to make videos that kind of show people and inspire people that might be going through anything, because everyone goes through something, and whether it's mental or physical or anything, I want to show people that although you might have limits to what you can do in your life because of something that you've dealt with, does not mean that you can't live life to the fullest. And I kind of want to, that's something I've kind of had to figure out, is like, I kind of got frustrated because there's limits to things that I can and can't do because of the health issues that I have. I want to show people that you can still be happy with the life that you have, because it is what it is. So I want to encourage people to enjoy their life in the best possible way they can. And I want to be documenting some of my life and some of my times where I get to enjoy things and live life to the fullest, even though, and I want to show people that even though I have stuff going on that limits me to some things, I still can enjoy things that everyone else does. And I just kind of want to encourage people with my videos, and I just kind of want to encourage people with my videos and spread happiness and encouragement to other people, and even people that aren't going through anything, you know, health-wise or even the same thing as me. Everybody has struggles, like I said, and I want people to be able to just be encouraged by it, to live happily in their everyday lives and live life to the best they can. So that sounds super cheesy, but that's okay. So I don't know exactly what will be on this channel, but I do know that anything that I post will be to encourage people, to enlighten people, to make people happier. I have some ideas of stuff I might post, so I'm super excited to hopefully start getting stuff on here that's encouraging and uplifting, and that people enjoy watching. But also, this is a way for me to express, you know, my happiness through my life and things that I do that make me happy. So that was a lot of talking. I really need some water. I'm gonna start losing my voice. If you did watch this whole video, props to you, because I know it's a long video. Yeah, so, and if you're from the other video, hi, and if you commented on the other video, thank you for that. I'm so thankful for all of the encouragement, and I hope I won't see you, but I hope you see me in some more stuff coming up soon. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm not gonna force you not to. Instagram is a place where I express my personality too, so if you want to follow me, you can. Shameless plug, but you don't have to. So, bye. I'll see you. I won't see you, but that makes no sense. I need water.